All right, today is 2/3/2023. Lots of energy. As far as the people on the Phoenix Fire Wheel Grid, as I alluded to, not alluded, as I did the other day or told you, each number has relevance as far as your own personal energy in this collective energy grid. So it might be a bit of information towards what you might be working on deeper levels. Remember, this is about mind, body, and soul. So not only is the order of the stones you picked relevant, mind, body, soul, the overall energy might be correlated to the vibration, numerology. Um, and again, as I said, if you are a double digit or triple digit number, 9 times out of 10, no, hell, 10 times out of 10, it's at least two numbers you're going to be affected by. So, for example, 10 is also affected by 1. So don't think, oh, I got a lot of work to do. It's just no, these are clues as to what might be the bigger issue. Remember, the big issue with this grid is breaking the Phoenix cycle. What's the Phoenix energy? It's your soul. My experience, my perspective, what's in captivity here is your soul. What's on fire? Your soul. Your soul is on fire in the sense of energetically producing. If we're souls in fragmentation, then there's always something pulling on you, trying to get the pieces. You know, think about like attracts like. If you look under a microscope, everything's always in motion, trying to get back towards the higher sense. Work that out on y'all. You just it is what it is. Your numbers have an effect. So, good example. Let's just say, no, I'm not gonna do that one. Let's do 110. 110 will be affected by 110 on its own, but it'll also be affected by 11, and it'll also be affected by 2. By the time this is all over, everybody should be 0. Real talk. The whole goal is to get back to 0, the source, so that you can make a better assessment of what is actually making you move. Get it? So life path 0 is source. Everything starts with me. So guess what? Everything should end with me. That way there is a pure reciprocal flow. So don't want these videos going too long. I'm going to start from 9. I'm doing this personal home video instead of live because Facebook likes to fuck with my audio. So starting with number 9, and I had already shuffled. Number 9, if you're number 9 on the grid, remember 9 has to deal with vibrations, but it also has to deal with control. 9 in real numerology is as high as you should count. Everything after 9 starts becoming dualities, combination of single numbers performing in duality, triplicity, and all that other shit. So the realest number stops at 9. Reality stops at 9. 19. But when I get to 9, that highest vibration, I should learn what death is. This is the Sun card, but look at it. It's in reverse. The whole gist is taking your power. Oh, I have to be careful wording. What I was getting ready to say is part of the programming. Take your power back. If I take my power back, then I am constituting a cycle. You get it? The sun does what? Go in cycles, up and down. Take your power back. Shoot, no. I need to learn to die. I need to learn to quit being the power source of the energy. So number 9, when we're dealing with Phoenix cycle energy, you need to learn to stop being the fire. Remember, I just got through telling you your soul is what's really the key. Stop paying so much attention to your mind. Stop giving so much credence to your body, and start listening to your soul. I know we got some fellow Rick and Morty fans on here. You remember that one episode where Rick turned himself into Tiny Rick, and he went to school with Morty and Heather or whatever her name is, and after he stayed in that body so long, it started to affect his mind. And old Rick was trying to talk through young Rick, trying to give messages to everybody else like, hey, help me. I'm stuck in here and I'm starting to lose a grip on who I really am. Hello, reincarnation. You lose a grip on who you are each time you play a role on who you think you are. Number 9, you need to learn to take your power back from everything that you've been given life to, or else you're going to keep meeting death. You're going to keep killing yourself. And again, this is not no, I'm going to hurt myself. No, this is I'm going to keep killing myself because energetically I am contracted into everything that I keep paying attention to. And remember, this Phoenix Fyre wheel grid is about breaking those contracts. If you cannot get out of the contracts that you have signed with everybody else, you cannot contract your soul. So number 9, 1 through 9. 1 through 9. Remember I told you 9 is as high as it should go. My magic 1 should only go past the things that keep me in high vibration. If I'm out here traveling, I better travel around things that are, holy shit, a reciprocal reflection. Best advice I have for 9, since we're dealing with Phoenix energy, is stop lying to yourself about what keeps you in high vibration. You get it? If you still got some bullshit that's pulling on you, but then you patting yourself on the back for making it out of your turmoils and traumas and cycles, but you still recycling the same turmoil and traumas and cycles that you just got better about processing and handling, but you're still processing and handling nonetheless, the first person you need to hold accountable is you for still doing the same. You for still supplying all your power. You for still being the sun, because you're about to be a child of the sun, which is a phoenix. Stop it. So moving on to 9 to 10. Number 10, again, 10 is also affected by 1. 10, the wheel of fortune. 10 in my number system, it is the presentation of choice. It is, holy shit, I see a 1 and a 0, and I need to figure out which one is real. In lower level thinking, one of them going to feel better than the other. In a higher sense of thinking, neither one of them are real because they both have presented themselves in separation. That is the whole key. Before I even throw this card, and I'll put this card back in and shuffle, that is the whole key right there, is what I said, is things have already presented themselves in a fashion that is only going to show you further separation. Hi, I want to get to know you, but I'm working on some shit right now, so I'm going to need you to be patient with me while I figure out what's going on with me, but we can work this out together. Okay. Now, I could easily turn it around, so I don't want y'all goddesses to be mad at me, but I could be the other way. Like, hi, I need you to be patient with me because I just got out of a long breakup, and I just want you to understand that I might be triggered by some things that you do, but I really am interested in you, but I just need you to be patient. I need you to accept me at less than reciprocity while I learn to be whole. Get it? It's your choice. Holy shit, 10. I've been presented with something that is going to steal all my energy, or I've been presented with something that's going to fool me. Holy shit. I'm going to steal your energy because I need to take a little bit from you to feel better about me. Or I'm going to fool you into just giving yourself to me and accepting me for who I am and just learning to deal with the damage that you're taking within. See, if you are in a reflection relationship, you settle for when somebody has not presented you everything you need to see. You just learn to be fine. That's what a lot of people do. A lot of people, and myself included, recently, over the years, when I was learning what reciprocity was, I still hadn't figured out what my reflection wasn't. If your reflection is making concession for the bullshit that you see in yourself, you're going to make concessions for the bullshit you see in others until you get tired of seeing the bullshit in them, but you still probably haven't fixed the bullshit in you. So the 10 issue is you're good at pointing out shit that you see in everybody else, but you probably haven't done the real work. I just fixed my shadows. Or I'm working on my light. But holy shit, where's all this energy coming from? Remember, 9 was a power plant. 10 ain't but one step away from 9, and holy shit, I'm the source of all this shit that's burning me, and it's just coming out in the reflection of all my choices. 10, what we doing, player? 10, we trying to achieve a struggle. This is 8, the struggle, the strength card. But it's also the infinite loop of energy. So 10 is, if I give my energy into something that already told me it was in separation, guess where my ass is at? Infinitely in separation, trying to figure out how to get out of the separation so I can get back into wholeness. The problem with this is the battle energy. The battle energy is because that's Ogun, the Orisha Ogun. You become your own roadblock. Your stubbornness. No disrespect to Ogun, but Ogun has a shit ton of Patakis, stories that relegate him to being a hard-headed, iron-willed Orisha. That's the problem with a lot of y'all. And I'm not trying to be funny, but a lot of y'all are real, from my perspective, y'all are real iron-willed in trying to iron out the same shit that done ironed out your energy. You get it? You have, and I say this all the time, you have found systems that have ran you over, and you want to use those same systems as to how to get back on your feet. It's your right to struggle. In my own personal number system, 8 is the wars in your mind. The wars with the shit you keep thinking. What did I just tell you? If you're just trying to achieve a better thought that's going to counter the thought that you want to stop thinking, guess what you just did? Produce more thoughts to think. And guess what them thoughts are already going to contain? Energy based off of what you already gave your energy to. I need to find a better way to do that. Or, you know what? That ain't working for me altogether. Leave that shit alone and see what's really there. Not let me produce something in counter to it. So 10, you can struggle with all these thoughts in your head, but the only thing you're doing is fighting who? Yourself. And just to close this reading out on that one right there, remember 10 is also 1. So you can go back to what I posted. And what I'm trying to do is post these on YouTube, Instagram, and on Facebook. So while all 3 platforms fuck with me, maybe one of them will come through so you can always go back and get a reference point. And once I get all of them done, it's probably going to be easier for me to copy and paste the link for all the YouTubes and then just make one big link where people can go back and find your numbers. Because 1 through 8, what I did yesterday or the day before, YouTube chopped the fuck out of that sound. And I'm going to end this video here off of 11. Number 11. 11 is also 2. 11 is the illusion of separation because 11 is justification. You always got an excuse. Even when you don't want to own it as an excuse, if you have to justify anything, you already have committed to giving it your energy. 11, stop justifying so much bullshit that you think you got to let go or go through in order to set your soul free. That's probably because you've already invested too much into the shit that already moved your mind and your body. 11, you done already committed to everything that done pull you apart. This is the queen of earth, timelessness. 3, everything I keep thinking about has already got my 1, magic. 3, thoughts. 1, the unlimited potential. 1, everything that I should be aware of. But the problem is you thought and then you became aware, which means you're already in the program. You should become aware and then know what you're thinking. 1, 2, 3. In this case, what you're thinking done already pulled you apart, which means that when we're dealing with Phoenix Fyre energy, soul contracts, the soul is one of the highest program forms of energy because it's already been fragmented. It's already been broken up into pieces. So there's already an identity crisis in there. If I've been pulled apart time and time again, just trying to figure out who I am, and I just posted about this earlier, is the problem is a lot of y'all think who you are now is who you really are. But then you turn right back around and say, well, in my past life, well, wait a minute, how could it be your past life? How could you be that person and this person? But you'll find all kind of Jedi mind tricks from fluffy, glamorized spirituality that will teach you that there's a different way to perceive the soul. No, I need to understand that I've Jedi mind tricked myself into investing, justifying 11, the separation. So now the separation is justified in separating me. 3 + 1, 4. Holy shit, I'm trapped. I'm matrixed. I created this by investing my energy. So number 11, if you keep justifying what is already pulling you apart by paying attention to being pulled apart instead of understanding I need to let that shit go altogether and make better energetic choices that only reflect the true reciprocity of me, you're going to keep getting pulled apart. Timelessness should be time for less mess because time is TIME. This is my energy. I'll come back and start with 12.